Hey guys, this is Heather Step. I am an online English teacher, and today we are debating, is WordWall worth it? Well, up front, I just want to say it really depends on how often you use it, right? So if you are just occasionally at the end of the lesson, oh, we've got a few minutes left, let's just Google this particular topic, yeah, that's fine. You're an occasional user. But if you are in a situation like me, where the lesson that you have only takes, 20 minutes and you've got an hour to fill up, and you need to have those games to take up time every day, then, the paid version is definitely going to suit you. So I think, the free version is really great for trying it out and just getting a feel for it. So I totally recommend that. Um, the paid version, you can really make use of a lot of games, and the strength of WordWall is that you do something once and then you can create different formats of the same game, and that's what keeps things more alive for the kids. And as we know, kids have very short attention spans, so we've got to keep them going. I just want to show you guys the price plans, so you can see you've got basic, where you can create some limited activities with some templates, have some basic sharing options. So I am on the standard plan, where you can create unlimited activities, and I'm really enjoying that. Um, if you want to go pro, what's really nice about that is that there's more activities. And I think for me, the one that I would really love to have is the game show quiz, because my kids are addicted to that one. So at the moment, I'm just like searching for that one and using other people's, but I think, that's one I would really, really love. I mean, Hangman, yeah. But I'll show you what I get on my plan, right? So anagram, you can create words, you can spin the wheel, open the box, unjumble sentences, match the pair. Quiz, I use this one a lot. Um, this also use closed procedure a lot, because what I do is I base it right on the lesson that I'm doing. Then I try and use that in the activity. So just to show you some of the stuff that I've made, just for example, spin the wheel. You get them to say the proper sentence. He is my father. She is my mother. And using that thing in the middle really helps them get that whole sentence correctly. I've done a lot of phonics here, because that's what I've been doing lately. And I'll give you an example of how I do that. A lot of quizzes where they have to select the correct phonics. But as you can see, I've done a lot of closed procedures based on those phonics as well, where they have to fill in the missing word, and a few anagrams too. So let's just go ahead and do an example of how I would make a WordWall activity, right? So you would create an activity. Let's do an anagram. Okay. What is really nice with this, I'm going to call this Buddy H anagram. Then I go to my notes where I've got all the specific, letters that I need. Then I'll just take this. Yeah, there's specific words that you can see I've copied and pasted all my WordWall things, silent letters, all sorts of things that I've done here. But just for now, we're going to generate with AI, and I'm going to say create anagrams based on these words and mix them up. Oh no, I didn't have the words. I mean, it's based on these sounds. I just have to go back to get my... Yeah, they are. Okay. These are the specific words that I want. This is all my prep, guys. I prepare. I get all my games lined up because then it makes it so much easier on the day. You literally just copy and paste what you're going to do. So what this does, yeah, we're going to do with clues, right? So for instance, I am going to now look for a picture of a cheese, and I'm going to go clip art because it's for kids. Just grab a cheese there. Chair. I'm going to just grab a chair. Right. It just occurred to me we don't have TH here. Just want to see. We're going to take TH out, buddy H. So it is PH, WH, SH, CH. I think that's what it was, hey? Yeah. Okay. With the clues. Okay, so now we've done everything. We are done. And now we're going to test. Always test, guys, just to see if it's going to work. CHEESE. And what's useful is it gives us the number there at the bottom. CHAIR. Bet. Okay, so now we've tested it and it's working. Because remember, if something is not right, you can go back, edit. There's your edit. And believe me, I've done this a few times because, you know, we're all human. We make mistakes or something is not clear. So that's great. So once you're now happy with it, you can share it. And I always just do English ESL, publish it. And I'm going to put it here with my buddy H stuff. Apparently this particular, I make notes to myself, right? That particular anagram was not so great. Okay, my anagram. So I'm just going to save that. Okay, so now I'm all ready for when I do this lesson again. But what I want to show you guys is these things over here. So this is kind of the strength of WordWall. We've done the anagram, but we can now put it in other formats. So I'm going to switch over to a quiz, which is something I use quite often. So now you have to choose. What is this? It's cheese. For me, I'm just, you know, the Buddy H thing, I actually wanted them to get the sounds. So there I did my own one with, you know, get the CH as the cheese. What sound are you going to use here? So, but that was a separate activity where I literally got them to choose the sounds in the quiz option. Okay, but now we've got this one. Find the match. So now the image is going to come past and you have to click this sort of thing, right? It is photo. All right. Match up. Now they're going to have to drag and drop. Guys, you're also going to have to think, you know, about your class. For instance, this is not going to work for me so well in a group class. It will work when I have two big categories and now, okay. say the person's name. Is this category or that category? Because they can just talk. But for here, now they're going to drag, unless you're teaching in a situation one-on-one where they can drag, you're going to have to see what's going to work best in a group. Okay. Yeah. Matching pairs. They actually love this, but I think 16 is going to be too much for this activity. It might just take us a while. But yeah, I started off thinking they're not going to love this, but they love calling out numbers. So this is also a hit. But 32 guys, this is going to be this activity, or you might want to think about doing one with less. I don't know. But you'll see. I mean, if I take this one I can't switch it to anagram, but now for me this is a good skill. They are identifying the sound, right? I can change this to spin the wheel. Now they must tell me what is the ending sound, right? But we're basically going back to quiz. Open the box. Yeah, I think this is going to be achievable. And look, we've got a deadline. Now you must get it before this timer runs out. So that puts a bit of pressure on them. Okay, so I think you guys get the idea here. Yeah. So, in conclusion, let me just close this so we don't have the time in the background. Yeah, so in conclusion, if you're trying to decide whether to get a WordWall subscription, try and think about how often you are using it. Are you just using it now and then, here and there? Or is this something you are using every day? Because if you're using it every day, it's definitely worth the investment, because you are, it's taking up a chunk of your time, of your lessons. And then you can really individualize, like I say, how I did the close procedures based on actual texts that I'm teaching. So yeah, think about that, and yeah, have fun with it. I definitely am, and your kids will have fun with it too. Thank you for watching.